Who are McMaster alumni? From coast to coast in every corner of the world, we work, lead, contribute, and volunteer in all industries and fields of work. We take our community spirit with us, our creativity and technical strengths, along with our unique problem-solving skills, to make a difference for others, collaborating and innovating to take on the big questions facing the world. We make an impact. McMaster University's alumni community is one of the foundations of our success. Alumni achievements, leadership, and service shape not only the university, but also the communities, industries, and causes they support around the world.
Get involved. So get involved either at McMaster or in community. Understand what you're passionate about. Follow those passions. I know sometimes that sounds cliche, but it often works. Start to build that network through that involvement. So as I get involved, that means starting to build that network. Again, I was very fortunate to be given many opportunities in that initial 10 years with the city of Hamilton. Ended up working twice or two different times for the city of Hamilton for a little over 20 years in total. But my point being is that there were mentors along the way. So when you get involved, you meet some great individuals who will mentor if you're willing to open yourself up for that. But my key message is get involved.
Well, I think the first thing is that they chose a really good area, because nursing is a wonderful profession, not just because it gives you the opportunity to work with people and help people, but it also is a springboard to all kinds of other professions. You can never go wrong, I don't think, with the knowledge that you acquired while you were in nursing. So I would really encourage them to enjoy their excellent choice, but also to think out of the box in terms of how they might use this education in a wide variety of things.
The best way to seek out opportunity and take advantage of those things that are in front of you is kind of, don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid to take some risks. And most importantly, I think, use your network of McMaster alumni, use your network and talk to people. Talk to them about what they're doing what they've done in their career, what's happening in their industry, things that they've learned, mistakes that they've made. But go out and talk to people. I actually found that to be one of the most, for me personally, difficult, because I am an introvert. But at a point in time when I was out working for a little while, I spoke to a colleague, actually a gentleman that had actually hired me, and he says, the best thing you can do is build your network and go out and talk to people. Talk to them about what's happening in the industry, about their experiences. And it's really hard to do initially, but you'll find that once you start, it will actually flow, and they'll introduce you to other people that you probably would be interested in talking to. And that's actually how I entered the industry that I'm in right now, is just through that process, just getting out and talking to people. So I think it's really important.
It's Nelson Mandela's quote, "Make your choices reflect your dreams, not your fears." And that's one of those truths that, the longer you live, the louder that saying is for me. Fear is loud and it's persuasive, and it shows up disguised as logic and practicality and all these other things, whispering like, play it safe, and you can't afford to fail, or what if it doesn't work? And before you know it, you're just living a life that you didn't really intend to live, a life of regret instead of chasing possibilities. And your dreams really need your attention. They ask you to take the risk and make the leap. And I think if your choices throughout aren't really aligned with your dreams, your visions that you want to manifest, then you're just managing your fears. You're not really living your life.
I think the most important thing to remember is to have empathy for others, because empathy encourages us to be kind. It encourages us to be inclusive. It encourages us to be compassionate and non-judgmental. And if we have those core values and we carry them with us every single day, I think we can work towards peace in the world. if we all remember to have empathy.
Look, if you've had the privilege of being about to or having crossed the convocation stage, really take the time to look at what got you there. You've already won by getting to this moment, but now it's about what you do next. And there's a difference between confidently striding across that stage, knowing that you said yes to everything you possibly could. And there's a difference between just getting by. And this is another thing on the list. And I would encourage all of you, because I've done convocations that fit into both categories. I would encourage all of you to think back to what would have made you more confident, or what put that pep in your step. And for me, it's usually been that I can look myself in the mirror and say, I said yes to everything that this opportunity offered me. I gave 110%, maybe not every day, maybe not every hour, but to the experience, I gave myself over to it. And I think that's where post-secondaries and institutions are really impactful, but that's where life is really impactful as well. So I encourage you, if maybe you said a half-hearted yes, or maybe you said a full-bore yes, to continue that analysis and continue that energy into your next steps, because you won't regret it for sure.
Today we welcome the newest members to this vibrant alumni community that stretches across the globe. Like every class before them, they will look to build their future with ambition and optimism, and at times, some apprehension. The class of 2025's student experience was one that was touched by the global pandemic and armed students with opportunities to learn adaptability and build resilience as they adjusted to those unique set of challenges. Let's hear from some of this year's graduates as they reflect on their time at McMaster.
I want to say thank you to my mom and dad. Thank you, Mama and Tata, for everything that you did for me these last 4 years. I'm so grateful for you supporting me, and I wouldn't have been able to graduate without you guys. I also want to say thank you to my friends and my partner for supporting me through everything. It's been hard and long, but you guys were there for me in really tough times, and I wouldn't have been able to make it without you guys.
To my loved ones, my parents, my sister, my boyfriend, my nonni, and my other family and friends. Thank you so much for supporting me through the ups and downs of university. Your love and encouragement have inspired me to be the person that I am today, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without you. And I know that all of the skills and everything that I've learned here throughout my time at university will carry me beyond my time at McMaster, and I'm very thankful and grateful to see what comes next. So I have lots of very special and memorable memories from my time at McMaster. I've been very involved with my faculty for the Social Sciences Society, so I have some great memories there. I was actually the lead role in the musical for the first ever Social Sciences musical, so that was also really fun.
My favorite memory at Mac was MacFest. Graduating out of COVID, we didn't get to have our graduation. It was incredibly awesome to see our entire Mac community come together for MacFest at the end of the semester, especially 2 years out of COVID. That memory really solidified the community that I found at Mac, and I really credit my parents for that.
I'm gonna give a shout out to my mother. The mother who was there for me even when I couldn't fully be there for myself. The mother who was there for me the nights I was cramming for an anatomy midterm the next day, who would deliver chai to my room because she knew I wanted that even when I didn't tell her. She could read my mind even when I couldn't read my own. I want to give a shout out to the mother who's been there for me these past 4 years of university and who continues to be there for me throughout every single moment of my life. I love you, Mom. Thank you so much for being the person I give a shout out to today. And if there is a favorite memory that I have from these past 4 years, it's my memory in the mundane moments of these past 4 years. Because sometimes it's those mundane moments that make the most special memories. And I think that mundane moment that comes to my mind right now has been those moments right before an exam, when everyone is cramming in IWC, stressing out about their midterm, about their exam that they have. And there's so many different emotions in that room. But at the core of each and every single one of those emotions is community. It's when we all come together with from so many different programs, from so many different backgrounds, from so many different emotions, and we all come there for that one shared purpose. And that one shared purpose is to learn. It's sometimes just to pass, but it's also to just come together and just to celebrate those small wins of our lives, such as having another exam, having the opportunity to learn. And so that's definitely one of my favorite moments at McMaster.
My Mac experience couldn't be possible without people like my dad, my friends, and even supervisors who I like to call Auntie Sonia. And some of my favorite memories are really simple things like sitting down at the track and having lunch with my friends.
One of my favorite memories with McMaster has to be when I first stepped into the research lab. That moment changed my path and put me in the path that I'm following today to pursue my master's. I also will always cherish the lettuce eating competition that I did with my friends, in which we all just stand in front of the YHE field to eat a lettuce all together. So I'm very thankful to McMaster.
I want to thank my mother and my father and my late grandmother, as each of them have been there for me throughout it all. They have gave me hope when I felt lost. They gave me hugs when I needed comfort, and they loved me unconditionally no matter what my grades were in first year. I want to specifically thank my mother for her unconditional love and for always giving me room to grow. She has always provided patience and time and never ever turned her shoulder towards me. I want to thank you, Mom, for everything that you have done. I would not be here graduating without you. It has all just been a crazy experience, and I wouldn't be able to do it without my family, as they are my rock for absolutely everything. And I know, like, at the end of the day, wherever I go from here, I know that I will always be running back to my home where I will find my mom and dad with open arms. I met such amazing lifelong friends and a wonderful partner, and they have given me the opportunity to really experience what healthy relationships should be in life. And if it wasn't for meeting these people, I don't think I would be the person I am today. And whether it was like restless nights at Thode Library or just the simplicity of walking around campus and feeling like I am possible of achieving great things in life, it's going to be very hard to say goodbye to McMaster and Hamilton, and I'm quite sad about it, but I know that those memories will actively live in my mind for the rest of my life.
Hello, class of 2025. We are graduates now. Congratulations to everyone. And before anything, I would like to thank people who made this journey unforgettable for me. My parents, my friends, my roommate, and everyone in between. Being an international student, I would always look forward to coming back home, and that's what my motivation was, to give my best to my semester. And to my friends that I made from all different parts of the world, thank you so much. Staying up late night with you guys studying, preparing our cheat sheets, and trying out different restaurants. These are all memories which I'm gonna cherish forever.
I want to thank my roommates who have been with me since my very first day at McMaster. They've gotten me through a lot of really tough times. I also want to thank Dr. Jessica Maxwell, who has given me so many opportunities I never thought I'd have the opportunity to have. And my mom, who has gotten me through a lot of really hard times as well. She's the reason I'm here, the reason I've gotten through my 4 years here. And my best memory at McMaster has been probably Welcome Week 2024. I had the chance to plan Welcome Week 2024 with the Faculty of Social Sciences and two other planners, Sarah and Savannah. And we got to hire a really amazing group of reps and work with them, and that was amazing. And we also got to work with faculty planners from all the other different faculties, which was so amazing, and so amazing to meet them and work with them, and it was just the greatest experience ever.
I would really like to thank my mom and my dad for always being there for me and supporting me whenever I need a hand, and also my friends I've made in BDC, especially like Karina and Josh, who's always been there supporting me, whether it's through my trials and tribulations or even like through the exciting moments, and supporting me all through McMaster. And one of my favorite memories at McMaster was definitely Welcome Week when I was a representative for the science faculty. I really enjoyed my time there, really helping first year students. I remember myself in first year and how different I am like now, and I'm so glad because of the McMaster community. It really brought out my personality, and I'm just so thankful for my experiences there.
I'd have to say my memory of a special McMaster memory would be just anytime I had to walk around campus in the evening with my friends. So if that was walking from badminton intramurals or like walking from a New Spring Club meeting, I just felt like we had so many great conversations and interactions whenever my friends and I would just like walk home to the bus stop or like walk each other home. It felt very wholesome and beautiful.
My favorite memory from McMaster was being a part of Welcome Week and welcoming over 600 first years to Brandon residents, being able to plan all of their events and help them settle into their new home for the next 4 years.
I want to thank my mom and dad for all their unwavering support throughout my time here at McMaster. Mom, thank you so much for all the time you spent cooking and freezing meals for me so I could have a taste of home at school while you were far away. And Dad, thank you so much for all the hours you spent in the car driving me to and from school. I appreciated all that time we spent together, even though it was so early in the morning. One of my favorite memories at McMaster was participating in Welcome Week. I did it all 3 years since second year, and it was such an amazing experience to have a community of such inclusive, welcoming people. Usually you can't find as many amazing people in one place at one time as I did during Welcome Week, and I'm so grateful for all the memories we made together, and I'll never forget all the cheers that we did together.
My favorite one might be when I found out there were other Latinos on campus, like getting to know them. I remember the first Olas event that I went, which now I'm president, which is crazy to think. But we were learning how to dance bachata and merengue, but I already knew how to dance, so I had to act like I didn't to feel more at home in the environment. So we were dancing and I was just making fun of the instructor, which was a friend of mine, with my friends, and I was being obnoxiously loud and making every step bigger than it had to be. And I just remember feeling like I had found home outside of home, in a community, in a place that I never expected to find a community that was so bright, joyful, and that felt just like I needed to be like around, like just the right amount of people, just the right amount of love, just the right amount of care. It was amazing, and I wouldn't change it for the world. And I still remember that day, and it still brings a smile to my face every time I think about it. So that is kind of my memory.
I guess there were moments where it's like, moments where you just feel like everyone's in the grind with you and in the hustle with you, whether it's staff, faculty, or students. I feel like those moments really meant the most because you realize it's really not an individual journey. Everyone's running the race together and we're all like holding each other's hands through it. So, yeah.
I want to say thank you to my brother and my amazing boyfriend. Thank you guys for always being there for me. And I wanted to say a special thank you to my mom. I know you can't be here by my side today, but I know you're always looking down on me.
I'd like to give a shout out to my parents and thank them for all their support through the years, especially by driving me to school.
So today I would like to thank my mom and dad who are here and my siblings for all the love and support they have shown me over the past 4 years. Every text, call, and visit has meant so much to me, more than I can describe.
Shout out to Dr. James Ingram for teaching me all about political theory and inspiring me to pursue that in the future.
Iowa's new university would teach me a lot, but what I didn't expect was that my greatest lessons wouldn't be from the textbooks, but from the people that made this journey unforgettable. Mom, Dad, this degree isn't just mine, it's yours as well. Your unwavering support, your love, it didn't go unnoticed, and it shaped me to be the person that I am today, and I couldn't have done it without you.
One of my special memories from university, specifically at McMaster, is Light Up the Night, and I think it was really an amazing time with all my friends that came out. We took pictures at the photo booth, we went on the Ferris wheel, we had some good food that day, and I truly think it was very wholesome to have this moment with all of you.
I would like to shout out to First Love Jesus for helping me get through university because it's already hard. And then I would love to shout out to my mom, my dad, my 2 amazing sisters, and my friends and New Spring community for always being there for me. I would love to shout out to all the friends that I made in computer engineering and management as well. Y'all are real ones, y'all are troopers, and y'all are amazing. To all the professors that have helped me through my undergrad as well, I would really love to thank you for helping me get through university.
Life-changing.
Resilience.
Community and inclusion.
Finding family.
Home.
Second home.
The best years.
Rewarding. Eye-opening.
Inspiring.
Very loving.
Adventure.
Growth.
Incredibly rewarding.
Beautifully chaotic.
Heartwarming.
Diversity.
Transformative.
Transformative.
Community.
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 Unforgettable.
Thank you, class of 2025. We are confident you will continue to make us proud, and we are so excited to see where you will go, what you will create, how you will advance and innovate, and where you will make your unique impact, making a brighter world for us all. And to echo the sentiments of our graduands, thank you to all the supporters out there who played such an important role in bringing us to this occasion today. We celebrate you along with your graduate today, and we share your pride. And graduands, remember, your formal time at McMaster may have come to a close, but you are now a member of the McMaster Alumni Association, and we are here wherever you want to connect. Stay in touch, keep your email up to date, and learn about all that your Alumni Association offers you. Welcome to the network of a lifetime.
अच्छा, yeah.
Graduands and guests, please rise as you are able for the academic procession.
I declare that the 663rd Convocation of McMaster University for the conferring of degrees is now in session.
Please be seated. Good morning. I'm Dr. Jeremiah Hurley, Acting Provost and Dean of the Faculty of Social Sciences. And this morning, I have the great pleasure of acting as your Master of Ceremonies and welcoming you, graduates and guests, to this convocation ceremony. On behalf of the university, I would like to recognize and acknowledge that we meet today on the traditional territories of the Mississauga and the Haudenosaunee Nations and within the lands protected by the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Agreement. We must remember that we all have a role in upholding the spirit of this agreement, which urged for the peaceable sharing of the Earth's resources. We must also not forget that merely acknowledging our presence on these traditional lands is only one small step in our shared path towards reconciliation. I challenge you to consider how you can foster reconciliation among the many peoples that inhabit these lands. I would like to start today's proceedings by acknowledging some of the notable leaders joining me on stage today. Our Chancellor, Ms. Santi Smith, President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. David Farrar, Deputy Provost, Dr. Mateus Griselli, Vice Provost and Dean of Graduate Studies, Dr. Steve Rinilovic, Vice Provost Teaching and Learning, Dr. Catherine Anderson, Strategic Advisor to the President, Canada Caribbean Institute, Dr. Juliette Daniels, Associate Vice President, Students, Mr. Sean Van Coonet, University Secretary, Ms. Andrea Thyrett-Kidd, and Acting Dean of the Faculty of Science, Dr. Gianni Parisi. I'm also joined by a number of associate and assistant deans, chairs, faculty members, and honored guests. Before we start our formal program, I kindly ask everyone in the hall to switch off any electronic device that may beep or ring during the ceremony. And I would now like to call upon Chancellor Santi Smith to make her welcoming remarks and deliver the Thanksgiving address.
Niawe, thank you, Provost Hurley. Sego Sewaguego, greetings everyone. Watquinuwalado, welcome. Welcome honored guests, staff, families, friends, colleagues, and McMaster and Mohawk College faculty members, and most importantly, graduates. What a wonderful day it is to gather, to come together to celebrate and to share our achievements and extend our gratitude. And as we celebrate today, let us acknowledge the land on which we gather, a land with deep history, cultures, and stories, knowledge systems that continue to teach us. May this moment inspire us to walk forward with humility, curiosity, and courage to make meaningful contributions to our world. I'm pleased to share the Thanksgiving address, also called Ohandu Galawat Dekwen, the words spoken before all else, in Ganyak Geha, the Mohawk language. Sewata hosios ne gat ne galewasa, ne ona ne anga galiho hetste ne ganawala donsula. These words of wisdom intend to unite our minds and our hearts, to acknowledge and give thanks, affirm our interdependence, to cultivate compassion and kindness for all living entities, and to remind us of our responsibilities for sustaining nature's delicate balance, and to encourage peaceful coexistence in alignment with the immensity of creation. We offer our greetings and our gratitude to the people, human beings, our ancestors, our family and friends. So be it in our minds. We offer greetings and gratitude to our Mother Earth, for she provides us with everything that we need to survive and thrive. So be it in our minds. Daieti nuwalaro ne ganega lunyo eto nayonta hagene nagawat nagula. We give gratitude to the waters, from the oceans to the streams, to the waters flowing in our body, to the water that quenches our thirst. Water is life, so be it in our minds. Daieti nuwalaro ne gonjonk sua eto nayonta hagene nagawat nagula. We give gratitude to the fish life who help to purify the water and provide us with nourishment, so be it in our minds. Daieti nuwalaro ne yotunduni eto nayonta hagene nagawat nagula. We offer greetings and gratitude to all of the plant life, from the grasses to the medicines that help to purify and strengthen our bodies, so be it in our minds. Daieti nuwalaro ne odzit nuwa sua eto nayonto hagene nagawat nagula. We offer gratitude and thanksgiving to the insects who help to pollinate the plants, so be it in our minds. Daieti nuwalaro ne jonhekwe eto nayonto hagene nagawat nagula. We offer greetings and our gratitude to our sustenance foods for providing their nourishment in the medicine, so be it in our minds. Daieti nuwalaro ne wahyariyunta eto nayonta hagene nagawat nagula. We give thanks to all of the fruit life who help to nourish our body, and so that we may know the sweetness of life, so be it in our minds. Daieti nuwalaro ne gondirnyo eto nayonta hagene nagawat nagula. We offer greetings and gratitude to all of the animals, many who sacrifice their lives to help sustain us, and who are our teachers and our guides, so be it in our minds. Daieti nuwalaro ne dzitdon onguam eto nayonto hagene nagawat nagula. We give greetings to all of the birds whose beautiful singing help to uplift our spirit and bring peace and calm to our hearts, so be it in our minds. Daieti nuwalaro ne galunda onguam eto nayonto hagene nagawat nagula. We give thanks to all of the trees. We cannot live without the oxygen they provide us. Their roots and sap provide nourishment and cleansing for our body, and we are grateful for their shelter and shade, so be it in our minds. Daieti nuwalaro ne zowerla warnier eto nayonto hagene nagawat nagula. We offer greetings and gratitude to the circulating winds who travel the earth to bring new life and breath. And through observing the winds, we recognize the cycling of our seasons and messages about the environment, so be it in our minds. Daieti nuwalaro ne ladiwerlas eto nayonto hagene nagawat nagula. We give thanks to our grandfather thunderers for purifying the air and awakening the earth and awakening us. The powerful voice of grandfather thunderers and lightning bring on the replenishing and the renewing rains, so be it in our minds. Datsi dawanuwalaro ne anjongene galakwa eto nayonto hagene nagawat nagula. We offer greetings to our eldest brother, Sun, who appears consistently each morning to provide us with sunshine, protection, and energy for all living things, so be it in our minds. Daieti nuwalaro ne asatanega wat nirele eto nayonto hagene nagawat nagula. We give thanks to our grandmother Moon for lighting up the nighttime sky and for her powerful pull on our waters, governing of cycles, women, and birth, so be it in our minds. Daieti nuwalaro ne ojistuwarlunya eto nayonto hagene nagawat nagula. We offer our greetings and gratitude to the stars, to the cosmos, for providing us with guidance, direction, and dazzling our eyes when we look into the nighttime sky, so be it in our minds. Daieti nuwalaro ne deyonkiyadado eto nayonto hagene nagawat nagula. We offer greetings and gratitude to our protectors, our spiritual guardians, who provide clarity of mind and peace in our hearts, so be it in our minds. Datsi dawanuwalaro ne gansant stansarla gowa sauyela eto nayonto hagene nagawat nagula. We give thanks to creation, the Great Spirit, the immense creative energy that lives and moves in every entity, and lives and moves in all of us. Da'eto ni gawanage, da'eto. This very shortened address is a humble acknowledgement as a reminder of the immensity of the creative living universe, of which we human beings are a very small part. In recognizing the breadth and the depth of addressing the entire natural world, I may have overlooked a few entities. So I invite you to extend your own gratitude and thanks to anything that I have missed. It is a reminder of our responsibilities as protectors of nature and active upholders of skana. And skana and geha translates to mean peace and balance. To cultivate peace and balance within us and in relationship to kin, community, and the environment, and all of our non-human relatives. Addressing our interdependence is necessary to sustain our world in a good way. And we thank everything in creation, everything upon which we depend to get us to this very moment. In gratitude and celebration, we are here to acknowledge your achievements. Convocation is a time to reflect on the stories and actions that have shaped us, stories of perseverance, resilience, and connection. It is also an invitation to imagine the stories yet to be written, the roles you will embody, and your own impact rippling out into the world. Today marks a moment of transition, a threshold where one chapter ends and another begins. Each of you have journeyed through challenges, triumphs, learning, and growth to get to you to arrive here. But no journey unfolds alone. Along the way, there were many helpers, teachers who guided, mentors who inspired, friends who uplifted, and loved ones who stood beside you with unwavering support. To them, we say, Nyawagoa. Thank you very much. As we step through the threshold, may you carry with you all of the lessons and the gratitude for those who have walked alongside you. And to the graduands, take this moment to celebrate, embrace this milestone achievement. You'll never forget this day. We look forward to witnessing the unique gifts that you will bring to this world as thoughtful, responsible, and visionary contributors to our shared future. Best wishes to you all. Yoyanale, congratulations to the class of 2025, and please enjoy the ceremony.
Thank you, Chancellor Smith. I would now like to introduce the Acting Dean of the Faculty of Science, Dr. Gianni Parisi, to make his own welcoming remarks and then to present the honorary degree recipient.
Okay, thank you, Provost Hurley, and good morning, distinguished guests, proud parents, families and friends, and most importantly, the graduands. Graduands, why don't we start by you giving yourselves a round of applause. That was pretty weak. This is your graduation after all. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to pretend like that never happened. You can consider this me granting you a final MSAF on your convocation applause. And we're going to try that again. Much better, much better. And I'd like us to do that again in appreciation of your family and friends who have supported you along the way and are here or at home, but sharing this day with you. So as acting dean, I have the authority to make 3 final requests. I know you thought you guys were done, but here's a little more homework for you. Here's my first official request. Don't just enjoy this moment, celebrate it. All too often, we move on to the next leg of our journey before we take a moment to reflect and appreciate what we've accomplished. Make sure you relish this accomplishment, and together with your family and friends, take the time to celebrate. Know that, yes, your graduation is a significant accomplishment. Know that you're a big deal to your family and to all of us in the Faculty of Science and at McMaster University. Here's one way to fully appreciate what you've achieved and how far you've come. Think back to your first day, your first week, and your first month at university. How did you feel? Were you confident and excited? A little overwhelmed and not entirely sure of what you were doing? Let's see a show of hands. Look at that, eh? Everyone's pretty honest. Reflect on everything you learned, everything you did, everyone you met along the way during your remarkable and amazing journey. So that's your first assignment. Celebrate this milestone with your family and friends. Enjoy the moment for all it's worth. Here's my second official request to each and every one of you. There's no question that you made your mark at McMaster, both in and beyond the classroom and the lab. Many of you took on leadership roles. Despite all the work on your plate, you still made time to serve on and even lead committees and projects. You didn't have to do any of that, but you chose to. Now you need to do it all over again. Go and make your mark wherever you find yourself next, whether that's grad school or medical school or the workplace. There are endless discoveries waiting to be made, problems to be solved, opportunities to be seized, lives to change. Think big and make a difference. All of that's waiting for you. Be the example that others want to follow. Many people helped you get here. As we all know, science is a team effort. It's not something you do on your own. So now it is your turn to help others. I have no doubt that many of you did this during your time at Mac. Please keep it up. Do even more of it. Right now, there's someone out there who needs your vote of confidence, your reassurance, your guidance, your perspective, someone who needs to be seen and heard. You have so much to offer. Please be generous in doing for others what has been done for you. You made a difference here. Please keep doing it out there. And here's my final request. While waiting for your turn to walk across the stage, I want you to think of that one person who was instrumental in getting you here. I realize this will be difficult because there are so many people who made a difference. But I want you to reach out to one person. Thank that person who gave you a vote of confidence when you needed it the most, who gave you some invaluable advice, guidance, and insight at a critical moment, who gave you kind words or who cared enough to have that difficult and honest conversation that challenged you to aim higher and do better. I had a few of those when I was a student at Mac. Within the next week, I want you to write a note or letter to that person. Tell them exactly how they made a difference in your life, how they contributed to your success in a big or small way, how, through their words and actions, they inspired you to be a great scientist and an even better human being. I can assure you that they will keep your note or letter. Many professors display these notes in their offices. I've received a few notes of thanks over the years from students. It means more than you'll ever know. An attitude of gratitude will serve you well, not just in your career, but throughout your life. Be quick and generous to give thanks. So those are my 3 requests of you. Celebrate this moment with your family and friends. It's a really big deal. Treat it that way. This is not the time to be modest or to immediately jump to the next challenge. Savor this moment. It was years in the making. Keep making an impact beyond McMaster. Be the example that others follow. You made a difference here. Keep doing it out there. And give thanks to that one person at Mac who was the president of your fan club, who helped you unlock your full and true potential. On behalf of everyone in the Faculty of Science, it was an absolute privilege and honor to have you as a student. We can't wait to see what you'll do next. And based on all that you've done at Mac, we know it's going to be an incredible encore. After all, you are a big deal, and don't forget that. Thank you. I would now like to present our honorary degree recipient, Chancellor Smith. By the authority of the Senate of McMaster University, I have the honor to present John Bell. Dr. John Cameron Bell, a 2-time McMaster graduate, completed postdoctoral fellowships at the University of Ottawa and the National Institute for Medical Research in London, UK, on his way to becoming one of the world's leading innovators in virus-based cancer therapeutics. In 1986, Dr. Bell joined McGill University as an assistant professor of biochemistry, and then in 1989, he moved to the University of Ottawa's Department of Medicine. He is a senior scientist in the Cancer Therapeutics program at the Ottawa Health Research Institute, and also a member of the Center for Cancer Therapeutics at the Ottawa Hospital Cancer Centre, as well as the scientific director of BioCanRx, also known as Canada's Immunotherapy Network. Dr. Bell, who's a member of the board of directors of the Terry Fox Research Institute, previously served as a senior scientist at Cancer Care Ontario and was director of the University of Ottawa's graduate program in human and molecular genetics. The cornerstone of Dr. Bell's track record of innovation is his research in oncolytic viruses, a field in which he has registered 18 patents. As the director of the Canadian Oncolytic Virus Consortium, Dr. Bell works to connect Canadian research groups that are devoted to advancing virus-based cancer therapeutics. In the private sector, Dr. Bell was recently appointed to the Scientific Advisory Board of Transgene, a Swiss biopharmaceutical company that designs and develops novel targeted immunotherapies for the treatment of cancer. His most significant role in the pharmaceutical industry has been with Generex Biotherapeutics, the biotechnology company he co-founded in 2003 to develop an oncolytic vaccinia virus as a new therapeutic technique to treat cancers. A fellow of both the Royal Society of Canada and the Canadian Academy of Health Sciences, John Bell received the Robert L. Noble Prize for Outstanding Achievement in Cancer Research from the Canadian Cancer Society in 2011, a year after earning the Dr. J. David Grimes Career Achievement Award from the Ottawa Hospital Research Institute. In 2012, he received the Queen Elizabeth II Diamond Jubilee Medal, as well as McMaster's Distinguished Alumni Award. Chancellor Smith, I ask that you recognize the distinguished career and legacy of John Cameron Bell by conferring upon him his third McMaster University degree, a Doctor of Science honoris causa.
Dr. John Bell, by the authority of McMaster University Senate, I have the great pleasure to confer upon you the degree Doctor of Science honoris causa in McMaster University with all the rights and privileges pertaining to this degree.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Okay.
I would now invite Dr. John Bell to deliver the Convocation address.
Chancellor Smith, President Farrar, esteemed colleagues, proud and relieved parents, and of course, the young people that this day is all about, the class of 2025. It is a tremendous honor for me to receive this special degree from my alma mater, and most of all, actually, to have the opportunity to speak to all of you. First, a little background about me. I grew up here in the Hammer. I lived up on the mountain. I went to Westmount High School. I'm sure some of you did. I had a great time there. I played a lot of football. In fact, football was my passion. It was my true love, first love, and I really wanted to play professional football. And I might have done that if not for what I would have to call a very cruel twist of fate. Turned out I was too small, too slow, and not talented enough to play professional football. So instead of playing for the Tiger Cats, I attended McMaster, where I earned my BSc and my PhD. As you heard, I'm a scientist. I like to prepare for things in advance, including this address. So to do this, I use this really cool app I found. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's called ChatGPT. Anyhow, artificial intelligence, what you guys have to learn to conquer and embrace is amazing. When I was undergraduate, we didn't even have natural intelligence, so I don't know if artificial intelligence. Anyhow, ChatGPT said the Convocation address should provide 2 to 3 pieces of sage advice to the graduates and punctuate that with personal experience. So that's what I'm going to try to do for you today. So here's my first message to you. You need to continue to apply one of the fundamental learning skills that all of you have developed here at McMaster to all aspects of your life moving forward. And what I'm referring to in particular is the skill of critical thinking. Critical thinking is the objective analysis and evaluation of an issue in order to form a judgment. In other words, follow the facts. Don't just make decisions based upon things you saw on the web. Figure out what the facts are before you make important decisions in your life. I would argue that critical thinking has never been more important at any time in human history than it is right now. Your phones keep you connected, which is great, but they also inundate you with a tremendous amount of information and misinformation every single day. I think the current geopolitical situation that we find ourselves in reflects that, unfortunately, large swaths of the Earth's population has never learned critical thinking or doesn't want to choose to practice it. So now the personal anecdote. Let me give you an example of how I did not use critical thinking and how that actually impacted my life, especially in my early career. I was a graduate student here at Mac, early in my studies, and every day at 10 a.m., my colleagues and I would go to the coffee lounge and sit there and complain about things as graduate students do. And one thing we complained about incessantly was how hard done by we were by the university. We didn't get paid enough as the tutorial assistants or the TAs by the university. That was our opinion. I'm sure it's the opinion of graduate students today. So we were having coffee and griping about how done by we were by the university, and I picked up a newspaper on the coffee table in the grad lounge, and I read the front page story, and it said McMaster was paying some young woman the equivalent of my yearly stipend as a TA to go and travel around Europe and enjoy Europe, really explore Europe for the whole summer. I was outraged. I pounded on the table how unjust the university was, how unappreciated we, the TAs, were, and how could this woman live with herself knowing she'd stolen our beer money right from our pockets. At that moment, I was not applying critical thinking because I didn't really look into the facts at all. If I had looked into the facts, I'd see that McMaster was just administering this money. It was from a donation that a grateful alumnus had provided. It was the T. Russell Wilkins Memorial Scholarship that is still given annually to a high-achieving undergraduate student in science who also had an interest in the humanities. So the university couldn't have given us this money even if they'd wanted to. And the student was a young woman, her name was Sheila McTavish, who not only had an A+ average, but was a classically trained pianist and an accomplished artist. She was clearly very deserving of this award, and she wasn't deserving of my wrath. But the real irony of the story is I saw her today. She's just sitting over there. We've been married for 43 years. So I met Sheila about 6 months after she won this award, and of course, my friends immediately ran up and told her about my little tirade in the coffee lounge. And fortunately for me, she laughed it off, and we dated and eventually married. But that lack of critical thinking has really cost me over my life, because every time Sheila and I have a significant disagreement, she pulls that out of her back pocket to get the upper hand. My second message is really to approach the world and everyone you meet with an open heart and an open mind. It's very easy to get cynical in today's world, especially if you're a Toronto Maple Leafs fan. But keep an open mind and give people a chance or help them out. I really believe you can learn something from every single person you meet every day. It's not easy to do this. I've tried to practice it my whole life. It's not easy. In fact, a couple of weeks ago, I was in Vancouver for a series of scientific meetings, and as I walked from my hotel to the site of the meetings, I passed a Starbucks, and there was a man, probably in his 50s, who was down on his luck, and as I passed him, he said, "Have you got any change so I could buy some food?" And unfortunately, who carries money? I had only cards and my app, and I said, "Sorry, I don't have any money, but if you want, I'll go inside Starbucks and buy you something to eat." He said, "Great. Get me a croissant with ham and cheese, but if they don't have that, don't give me a plain croissant. I don't want a plain croissant. Give me some of those egg bites, but make sure it's the ones with the Gruyere cheese and the bacon. And I want a grande coffee, make it a Kenyan dark roast, and make sure they leave some space at the top so you can add cream. And then give me 2 brown sugars. Don't give me any of that white sugar stuff." So okay, I went inside. I tried to remember his order, and I think I got it right. And I came out, and I handed it to him, and he looked at me in the eyes, and he said, "Thanks, chump." And he walked away. Now, he didn't say chump, he said something even more colorful than that. So anyhow, it wasn't really the hallmark moment I thought I might have experienced from my large yes. But the next day, I'm walking to the meeting again, and the same guy is standing from the Starbucks, and he sees me as I'm coming up, a big smile on his face, and he says, "Hi, chump, good morning." So I go inside and buy him a croissant and a coffee again. But this story has a happy ending, because the next morning I get up, and I go to the airport, and I fly home, and I didn't have to buy him any coffee anymore. But the real point is, I believe, and I encourage you, you have to approach people with an open heart and an open mind with no expectations of anything in return. And you know what? I don't really know that guy. I don't know what he's going through, I can imagine. But he made me laugh, and I think that was an experience that I will always remember. My third and final thought to you is do not fear failure. And certainly don't let failure define you. You know, we go through university, get A, B's, and C's, you're always thinking about failure. But you are going to fail at things in life. It's going to happen. It's probably already happened to you. You're going to fail with your spouses, your professional life, to bigger and lesser degrees with your parents. Apparently, Thomas Edison documented over 1,000 failed experiments before he invented the light bulb. Personally, I probably had 10,000 failed experiments, and I still haven't invented a light bulb. So, you know, I think you have to really understand what failure is all about. One of my favorite biographies that I've read is Albert Einstein's. He's clearly a genius of our time, but if you have a chance to read his biography, he's a person who experienced many personal and professional failures. And he's famously quoted as saying, "Failure is success in progress." And I think that's a great way to think about it. When I started McMaster, I had another cruel twist of fate that I encountered. The Ontario government lowered the drinking age to 18. I had a fantastic first year of partying. And as you can imagine, that did not translate into academic success. By all accounts, I was a failure. But McMaster took me back, gave me another chance, and I think I've had a pretty reasonable career since then. So in summary, and this is going to be on the exam, so prepare to write it down, my messages to you are, continue to use critical thinking in all aspects of your life. Be open to new people and try to learn something from every person that you meet. Don't fear failure. Learn from it. Surf it. Ride it to success. So thanks very much for listening, and I really look forward to seeing what great things you're going to do with your lives. Thank you.
Congratulations, Dr. Bell, and thank you for those wise words. I would now like to welcome Dr. David Farrar, President and Vice Chancellor, to present the graduands to our Chancellor for admission to their degrees.
Graduands, if you are able, please stand. This is the best part of the ceremony. They turn the lights on and we can actually see you. Graduands, by my authority and that of the McMaster University Senate, I have the great pleasure to admit, wrong remarks. I was about to do Santy's. Chancellor Smith, on behalf of the McMaster University Senate, I present to you these candidates and those in absentia in order that you may confer the appropriate degree upon them, and I bear witness that they are worthy and suitable.
Graduands, by my authority and that of the McMaster University Senate, I have the great pleasure to admit those before me today and those in absentia to their individual degrees at McMaster University with all the rights and privileges pertaining to those degrees. My sincere congratulations to you all. Please be seated.
Graduates, I now ask each of you to join me on stage so the Chancellor and I may welcome you to the McMaster Community of Scholars. Congratulations.
Honored guests, so that each graduate's name may be heard, it would be appreciated if during the presentation of the graduates, you would hold your collective applause to the end of each degree category. Thank you. Chancellor Smith, I present to you the following graduate of the degree, Doctor of Philosophy. Xingji Chung.
Chancellor Smith, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Honours Bachelor of Science. Ahmed Maghrabi Abdallah. Ahmed Abdul Nasser Abbas Abdallah. Amma Mohammed Abdel Azim. Sarah Hatem Abdul. Jad Ademi. Akshat Agarwal. Sadia Ahmad. Shayan Ahmad. Shireen Ahmad. Javeria Ahmed. Rifea Ahmed. Ashvika Ayathura. Albert Akhmetov. Safa Akram. Aya Al-Aboud. Melina Al-Bozi. Khalidan Eskendir Elem Seged. Ala Abdal Sami Ali. Nafisa Ali. Omar Al-Mesri. Faris Al-Moli. Angel Altari. Zainab Al-Yassiri. Hala Al-Zir. Zainab Amer. Sarah Amin. Akshaya Anpuch Chelian. Fajja Akil. Fabia Raman Ariz. Vikram Arora. Harsha Arunagiri. Sanjana Arunagiri. Navila Asgar. Tasmia Asif. Christina Aramowicz. Minhal Awais. Fabod Azirapur Masula. Ayman Mohammed Azhar. Apsima Aziz. Samiksha Babar. Arshdeep Kaur Bal. Jaskiran Kaur Basra. Simone Benedetto. Jivya Baskarian. Anmol Binder. Victoria Elizabeth Biggs. Ali bin Ahmed. Ira Biswas. Matea Blaga. Kaylee Alexandra Bloom. Mia Lauren Buyez. Tatania Bozovic. Zoe Margaret Brandt. Jenna Marie Calverley. Melissa Lynn Andrea Capolato. Sofia Maria Caranci. Jasmine Carter. Tegan Johnson Caulfield. Serena Cavalier. Julian Zhao Yen Chan. Soumya Chandrakumar. Melanie Yu Shin Chang. Tanya Chanthakumar. Addison Shao D. Charlinsky. Xiangpin Cheng. Queenie Chen. Jaka Cherif. Jordan Nicole Chiang. Nicole Chopra. Brianne Sin Yao Cho. Marine Chowdhury. Loredana Maria Cirillo. Hudson Cools. Macy Louise McManus Coulombe. Lauren Catherine Sharp Creasy. Maya Isabel Das. Naya Maria Leila Davidson Linforce. Chavi Dayal. Nina Darcy. Inuri Nimaya Disanayaka. Manupa Niduwaru Disanyake. Phuong Do. Alexia Joanna Doikan. Maxwell Kornblum Dressler. Sophia Duarte. Kushi Dutt. Jeremy Tyler Dykstra. Nora Edris. Esiogeni Valerie Egube. Akram El Baguti. Bronwyn Sean Briddle Elkins. Lean Elshik. Teresa Elogbayu Baju. Rojin Enamzadeh. Erlin Beatrice Buban Espina. Akuda Chingorom Jessica Eze Onuarara. Saima Farouz. Isa Farouz. Mohammed Basit Farouk. Giancarlo Angelo Farrugia. Sana Fayaz. Zareen Ferdous. Jessica Ruthan Fisher. Renee Fournier. Faith Frank. Ayesha Gaba. Zita Gadam. Harmony Erna Gagnon Gold. Marisa Gardene. Alexia Marina Garjulia. Mallory Angelina Garon. Mariam Gergis. Emily Gerstein. Kesha Aria Angel Gibbs. Amandeep Singh Gill. Ektaj Gill. Jake Jimmy. Georgina Tatiana Gligorich. Kabir Godja. Rohan Gowda. Purnima Godar. Sarah Nicole Gracie. Andrew William Manning Graham. Kinaya Pauline Costa Green. Megan Natasha McFarland Groshok. Ashna Kaur Gurjrao. Rhea Gupta. Perin Singh Guru. Prisa Hamid. Zain Hamid. Abigail Hanna. Jasmeet Hans. Joseph Anthony Francis Matosh Hansen. Alina Haq. Maria Mazuza Haq. Amal Hassan. Talia Hassan. P.A. Sone Hein. Connor Robert Henderson. Mohammed Hussein Hizakani. Madeline Gale Hickey. Naoki Higuchi. Virginia Howard. Alexis Diana Krishko Barry. Eugene Hua. Prudence Isabel Shayla Hughes. Kira Lauren Hum. Akbar Saeed Hosseini. Michael Kai Ming Hyun. Fatima Ilkani. Palwisha Imran. Zoha Irfan. Georgia Olivia Irvin Kassou. Abdullah Islam. Virishwa Yagdeo. Olivia Yamnishek. Aliyah Jiwani. Onoch Sang Ong Jung. Jennifer Nicole Jui. Kashish Kakar. Sarah Kalmanovich. Alex Khan. Jonathan Chi King Khan. Miran Kananathan. Ria Kanwa. Sanaya Karunaratne. Juliana Georgette Kazanjan. Carmine Kent. Fatima Muthana Ketana. Ariba Khalid. Mira Khalid. Ina Khan. Sufan Suhal Khan. Gurno Kaur Kangura. Ariba Fawad Kawaja. Hidika Akashnood. Mishal Kuram. Mison Kim. Amelia King. Catherine Nicole Kolesnik. Laurie Ann Jocelyn Koku. Dawn Danielle Nivia Kumar. Helena Francis Kvrjic. Taylor Mackenzie Loretta. Beatrice Angela Zagala Latorre. Emily Lee. Brandon Irwin Lee. Emma Lee. Samantha Bina Lee. Edwin Lee. Jordan Lindsay. Michaela Christina Lumanis. Olivia Liss. Felicia Liu. Nikeen Liu. Yuhan Liu. Melanie Elizabeth Lopez. Julia Liu. Hannah Luong. Eric Liu. Lena Mabayed. Abigail MacDonald. Marshall Mahmoud. Manya Malik. Nabiha Malik. Shaista Saha Malik. Zinia Hanif Malik. Sanjivani Malur. Visali Manimaran. Gurjot Kaur Man. Navrup Kaur Man. Alexandra Maculescu. Holly Nicole Marini. Matthew James Markson. Hajara Mati Ula Kazi. Fadi Matlub. Kiran Preet Kaur Mavi. Jenna Main. Keti Melikididze. Justin Meriel. Jessa Christelle Merioles. Kate Ann Mitas. Aniban Mitra. Nicole Mitropolis. Nurhan Mohammed. Valerie Molodsova. Nipa Mona Lisa. Leo Samuele Ministeri. Kavya Murugan. Mira Mohammed Musalam. Iman Najil. Anisha Nandi. Alisa Fatima Nakvi. Nada Nassar. Hania Nauman. Ayushma Neku. Selina Nguyen. Julia Persa Nielsen. Julia Isabella Negro. Sarah Nisar. Ayesha Noman. Nicole Novak. Noah Jacob Obak. Gloria Olotu Akinyemi. Nariman Ahmed Omar. Kenrich Paul Oria. Jody Nicole Constance Overvik. Stephanie Piper Kairala. Jaijun Pang. Panagiotis Leonardis Papalarazu, Jong Wook Park, Elia Pasa, Keely Mason Partridge, Shania Pasham Morgan Gadam, Karina Sanjay Kumar Patel, Tisha Ashish Kumar Patel, Natalie Erin Patterson, Ria Paul, Clara Alicia Peixoto Jardim, Daniela Dora Penn, Megan Leanne Pereira, Edmundo Eugenio Perry, Yaveria Perez, Daisy Gwyn Lacha, Linda Fan, Elena Piluris, Kian Pur Bakhtiari, Twinkle Prajapati, Renita San Varghese Puliyelil, Afra Bilal Quadri, Aksa Rahim, Kiara Lin Ram, Rihanna Rajendram, Manisha Ramchand, Vishwa Ramesh, Danya Rana, Doa Rashed, Sarania Ravindra, Daniel Ravendra, Arya Ravi, Rashnika Ravindran, Anu Ravinthiran, Sahib Raza, Ali Razak, Maheen Razi, Scott Wesley Reeder, Cassidy Avalon Reynolds, Fiona Rezene, Michaela Veloso Ricci, Saeed Mohammed Ismail Haider Rizvi, Cadence Roach, Emma Hayes Robertson, Megan Brianna Roche, Angelina Elizabeth Rotella, Mihika Roy, Ryan Rubab, Maran Ruban, Angelica Nieva Sabelano, Maureen Saha, Salaxmi Sahu, Amitosh Singh Saini, Anika Saini, Karanvir Saini, Malaika Sait, Darren Tyler Sajivan, Saina Salezade, Javira Salman, Fatma Abdul Latif Samatur, Jaisal Singh Samra, Miriam Niveda Samuel, Govind Sandhu, Sophia Sawari, Justin Sai, Bianca Scaccia, Aisha Segaran, Aya Selman. Sathothika Selvanayagam. Rachel Serayo. Ansh Sethi. Vrinda Amit Kumar Shah. Nawal Shahid. Fazana Sharifa. Aditya Sharma. Nikita Sharma. Rhea Sharma. Shreya Sharma. Sumeda Shyam. Mohammed Arish Siddiqui. Jessica Sideris. Teresa Sigji. Isabella Chatsel Silang. Noam Elia Wright Silverman. Aishwarya Rihanna Singh. Jasmine Singh. Tresha Shiva Sitanathan. Ariana Catherine Smith. Leah Amber Smith. Daniela Mariana Solazano. Vithu Soma Sundaram. Jaslyn Soni. Jill Nikunj Soni. Nicole Loriana Spalvieri. Saranya Srikanthan. Nilaksha Sri Sangar. Lathusha Sri Tharan. Sneha Sri Tharan. Vasha Srivel. Melanie Arani Stephen. Bridget Sloan Helena Stephen. Nicole Wei Su. Yuen Su. Anjana Sudahashan. Nilosha Suganthan. Flora Sun. Xingtong Son. Zhou Sun. Ashley Ann Surendran. Kavya Surendran. Bianca Suthaharan. Vasha Suthaharan. Levianen Suthasanan. Jordan Stephanie Sutherland. Adam Patrick Sutoski. Benjamin Tucker Swan. Rachel Simone Swantz. Iman Tahir. Mariam Tahir. Thomas Tamang. Kevin Mun Hong Tom Tan. Lin Shan Tan. Sumira Tandon. Lauren Lexi Tanun Agara. Inaya Tariq. Michaela Tai. Yasmin Aya bint Adel Telili. Arjun Tabo. Alavan Alan Tayalan. Etisha Sarika Thiruchelvam. Emma Jane Thompson. Hannah Tilahun Solomon. Sunit Kaur. Dima Trabulsi. Aditya Trivedi. Kuku Trivedi. Elizabeth Siban. Conan Tu. Hannah Marjorie Asquith Vandermas. Sambhavi Varatharajan. Abhisha Vasudevan. Baran Vatankar. Sarah Elizabeth Veerman. Afif Vera. Gajani Vetharani Yaso Oyon. Akshaya Vigneswaran. Gianluca Volpe. Harleen Walia. Jonah Walker. Kieran Brent Tades Walters. Shi Wen Wang. Navjot Warwick. Cynthia Lee Warren. Nish Wira Singh. Jonah Thomas Wessel. Cassidy West. Emily May Wildish. Navdeep Wiring. Alice Yi Ting Wong. Nairu Wu. Fiona Fei Yang Mu. Jin Wu. Yin Lang Xie. Yi Chen Yao. Stephanie Yung. Vicky Yanakis. Tirena Yu. Elias Ahmed Yusuf. Mehdi Abbas Zahiri. Eman Zahra. Navira Zaki. Mia Roslyn Zaraelyakos. Cherish Jang. Kelly Jang. Michael Bowen Jeng. Zimeng Ju. Sanaya Begum Khan. Madison Michaela Zonta. Jovana Zubats. Fengri Zhu. Tama Zurekat. Chancellor Smith, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Honours Bachelor of Medical Radiation Sciences. Mariam Ahmed. Atyaf Mahmoud Alabdwes. Samia Alim. Atika Ali. Anasi Al-Juburi. Sidra Al-Makhlati. Daniela Andriana Andrada Guevara. Tarin Jade Anko. Julie Fatima Aruja. Lina Bakri. Marwish Ali Balok. Sana Bokwala. Megan Jenny Cameron. Safal Raj Singh China. Cassandra Grace Clayton. Jessica Davidson. Ira Fatima Dawala. Mercedes Rosina Demirki. Christina Juric, Yenan Elashi, Rafi Espinosa, Lily Farr, Tvisha Gandhi, Linnea Gantus, Emily Gold, Gabrielle Grivalski, Nayab Gul, Chelsea Hardy, Alison Rosa Yun, Stefan Yakovlevich, Lauren Marie Yesik, Camrith Jaden Kim, Ishsiga Kutharas, Aneha Kuna, Sarah Stephanie Lazar, Carmen Lee, Clara Lee, Seung-Ye Lee, Won-Hee Lee, Kelly Liang, Yilin Liang, Chloe Louis, Govind Vishal Mahabir, Bushra Malkawi, Jaden Lee Marriott, Rebecca Anne-Marie McIntosh, Emmett Raymond Morrison, Aisha Najibullah, Tina Rachel Ng, Joseph Wynn, Tracy Wynn, Hanya Salman Nihal, Brooklyn Odell, Bhavi Patel, Penusa Pathma Kanthan, Crystal Fan, Maya Carolyn Phillips, Alicia Marie Pizzoferrato, Mackenzie Alexander Chaupong, Ganya Rehman Qureshi, Austin Ra, Insia Rizvi, Tamina Saeed, Abigail Carol Sanders, Emma Savage, Amtul Shafi, Hafsa Shakil, Amy Jia Shue Shi, Fatima Suhana, Gillian Summers, Ruma Tabassum, Liana Tilly, David Vidikan, Unzila Wakar, Isabella Marie Weber, Emma Wiltenberg, Alexa Dominica Wallach, Christian Tyler Yee, Justin Yu, Zoe Zhao, Chancellor Smith, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Science. Maisam Mohyaldim Asaf, Robert Belikov, Boris Betin, Maya Fu, Rojin Garusi, Safia Emna Hamid. Hei Yung Jung. Elizabeth Jonah. Peyton Josephine Cairo. Yena O. Kayleen Dominique Valerio.
Let's give one more round of applause to all of our newest graduates of the class of 25. I would now like to introduce Akudo Eze Onuora, a graduate of the degree Honors Bachelor of Science in Life Sciences, who will be delivering the valedictory address.
Thank you. Good morning, Chancellor Smith, President and Vice Chancellor Dr. Farrar, Acting Provost Dr. Hurley, Dean of Graduate Students Dr. Volonovich, Acting Dean Dr. Parisi, esteemed faculty members, honored guests, family, friends, and my fellow graduates. I am incredibly honored and humbled to stand before you today as we celebrate not just the accumulation of our academic journeys, but the resilience, growth, and community that has defined our time at McMaster University. Congratulations, class of 2025. I speak for many of us when I say that our cohort experienced very trying times as undergraduate students. Our undergraduate journeys had been bookended by extreme, unprecedented global events. We began by navigating through the lingering shadows of the COVID-19 pandemic, ongoing racial injustice, geopolitical turmoil, and conflicts across nations. And now, in our last term as undergraduates, we are navigating a global trade war and continued social injustice. But in spite of all this, we carried our own burdens. These included the late nights at BSB and the early mornings at Mills, and of course, the never-ending Tim Hortons line at Mosque. Who could forget? Yeah. But in all, we prevailed with excellence. We embraced our challenges as opportunities for growth, and we proved that time and time again that we are more resilient than we and many adults sitting here today could have ever imagined. It's important for us to acknowledge that many of us are the first in our families to graduate from university, traveling from near and far, whether from across Canada or globally from my home country, Nigeria. But we're all here to attend our new home away from home, McMaster. During our time at Mac, we found our unique passions in student clubs. We started new initiatives, and we stood up and we spoke up about social injustice. And in doing so, we each left a unique mark on this campus in ways that matter. But we did not do this alone. As we part ways, I hope that in your time here, you had the opportunity to develop relationships with mentors who intentionally invested in you, like mine. And if not, I pray that in the next part of your journey, you are aligned with mentors who would fight and advocate for you. In the same way, we as a cohort are starting our journey in the real world together. It's important that we rally around each other, that we celebrate each other's successes, and we lift each other up during life's challenges outside McMaster. Because together, we can go far. To our professors, my McMaster Village, the Black Student Success Center, and every space that made us feel seen, heard, and understood. We thank you. To our families and friends who stood by us throughout our journeys, carrying invincible weights, we are very grateful. And to my selfless parents and ever-supportive siblings, Dalu, thank you. And to my God, thank you, because I'm standing here today as a living testament to answered prayers. Class of 2025, our stories do not end here. So I urge you, take that leap, move to that new city, apply for that dream job, challenge the status quo, because our time on this earth is finite, but the depth of your impacts has no limits. The world is waiting for you to make it a brighter place. And as one of my mentors likes to say, you can do hard things, Akudo. Today, I pass those words on to all of you under the sound of my voice. Class of 2025, you can do hard things. You will have to do hard things, but you will triumph. Thank you.
Thank you, Akudo. I would now like to call upon the Acting Dean of the Faculty of Science, Dr. Gianni Parisi, who will present the President's Award of Excellence in Student Leadership.
Thank you, Provost Hurley. Would Ahmed Maghrabi Abdallah please come forward? In 1993, McMaster University established the President's Award of Excellence in Student Leadership to recognize students who have made outstanding contributions to the McMaster community through their extracurricular, scholarly, and community efforts. On behalf of our university and faculty, I have the honor of presenting the newest recipient of the President's Award of Excellence in Student Leadership, Ahmed Abdallah. As a student representative on the McMaster University Senate, Ahmed played a key role in shaping university policy and advocating for student needs. His leadership extended across various Senate and university committees, including the Committee for Recommending a President. Ahmed also co-led a study examining the students' perceptions of academic workload, aiming to foster healthier and more sustainable learning environments. Beyond his roles in university governance, Ahmed volunteers at St. Joseph's Healthcare Hospital and is one of the founders of the McMaster Sudanese Students Association, an MSU club which earned the first-year Club of the Year award. Congratulations, Ahmed.
Yes, congratulations, Ahmed. I would now like to invite our President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. David Farrar, to deliver the President's address.
Chancellor Smith, distinguished guests, award winners, faculty, members of the McMaster community, members of the McMaster graduating class of 2025, friends and family. One of the real privileges of my role as president is to speak to the graduates on the occasion of your convocation, to offer congratulations on behalf of the university, and to tell you how proud we are of you. We've heard some inspiring remarks today from the beautiful convocation address that started by our chancellor that opened the ceremony, to thoughtful and motivating speeches from our acting dean, our honorary degree recipient, and our valedictorian. Let me add a few final thoughts before we bring this ceremony to a close. At the end of June, I will conclude my term as president, and the university will welcome its next president, Dr. Susan Tai. So these spring convocations are the last time that I will speak to graduates as president, and this is my valedictory too. When I began my term as McMaster's 8th president in January 2020, I had hopes and dreams of what we could accomplish together in my time as president. But within the first few weeks of January, we began to hear reports of an illness causing pneumonia-like symptoms in China. By February, we were seeing the devastating impact on hospitals in small towns in Italy. And by the beginning of March, it was clear the COVID virus was circulating in North America. We closed our campus to in-person learning and teaching on March the 13th. Wherever you were in March of 2020, you have your own story of what happened next. Unless you were a healthcare worker or another kind of essential worker, you probably went home. You probably did your best to follow the guidance of public health leaders, stay in your bubble. If you go out, stand a hockey stick away from everyone else, wear a mask, don't touch your face, wash your hands. You probably also remember the overwhelming support for exhausted healthcare workers and other essential workers in those first few weeks of the pandemic. Thank you, healthcare workers, said the signs in the windows and the billboards. We're all in this together, said our political leaders. The days became weeks, the weeks became months, and the virus did not go away in the warmer summer weather as we had hoped. The sense of in this together began to fade. Even more alarming was the rapid decline in trust for institutions. Public health guidance changed as scientists discovered more information about the virus, and that deepened skepticism in some communities, turning social media influencers into seeming authorities on virology and vaccine effectiveness. Here in Canada, we saw that fading trust turn to hostility towards public health community and eventually curdle into the Freedom Convoy in Ottawa. Suddenly, we weren't in this together. Where there was once agreement that health is a collective, we saw a retreat into the rhetoric of personal responsibility and personal choice. Looking back over the past 5 years, I ask myself, did 2020 change us forever? The pandemic exposed how quickly our medical and social systems can be overwhelmed, despite years of warning from researchers and experts. We saw, in real time, a long-predicted crisis unfold faster than our institutions could adapt, and this makes other foreseeable crises like antibiotic resistance to climate change to misinformation feel more tangible and more urgent. I want to suggest that 2020 acted as a catalyst. It accelerated existing trends such as remote work and online learning, and at the same time, it revealed structural weaknesses such as disparities in healthcare and internet access. In the aftermath of the pandemic, there's a growing recognition that we are no longer facing discrete challenges, but interconnected crises that amplify each other. Climate change can drive pandemics. Social inequality can undermine crisis response. Technological disruption can amplify social division. And borders mean nothing to a virus, whether it's biological or a conspiracy theory. So for me, 2020 changed many things. The pandemic showed how quickly global systems can be overwhelmed and how interconnected our vulnerabilities are. The pandemic also made it very clear for us that we need to be together in person, whether in the learning environment, the working world, or in our cultural pursuits. There is something in being together that screens cannot carry. How you shift when you're thinking, the way your hands speak before you say the words. There is an ancient wisdom in gathering, the simple act of occupying space together where invisible threads weave us into the same moment. We now find ourselves at a precarious point in time when several global crises are converging. The rise of authoritarianism in major powers adds a layer of complexity to addressing global challenges. In the face of these threats, I've found reason for optimism in the conversations I've had with hundreds of students here at McMaster over the past 5 years. You did not put your dreams on hold during the pandemic, but found inspiring and innovative ways to pursue your goals. You are already working in countless ways to solve pieces of these enormous challenges. You have made lifelong friends, you've built networks, you've volunteered, mentored, and discovered your passion, and you have succeeded during a very difficult time. Did 2020 change everything? I think it made you more resilient, more determined, more collaborative. You're not burdened by the traditional assumptions of what is possible or realistic, and you are clear-eyed about the urgency of our shared tasks, and you are ready to lead. In my 5 years as president, they were different than I had imagined that they would be. Perhaps your time at McMaster was the same for you. But we all have come through this. We've learned how strong we can be, and especially how to work together, and we're weaving these into incredible memories. Graduates, congratulations on your achievements. Do good things.
Thank you, President Farrar. I would now like to invite Chancellor Smith to deliver her closing remarks.
Yo Yanale, congratulations to the class of 2025. Yo Yanale in Ganya Geha translates to mean well done or great work. So I'd like to everyone to shout it out together and fill this room with our voices. So I'm going to teach it to you. The first sound is yo. Second one, yan. Third one, you're early. Early. And together it's yo yanale. Great. Okay, on the count after 3, as loud as you can. 1, 2, 3. Yo yanale! That was good over here. This side it was like, let's leave it out. One last chance. 1, 2, 3. Yo yanale! Amazing. Good job. Well done. As a McMaster alumna, I look forward to seeing where you all go from here. You are now all graduates and members of the McMaster alumni family. Akudo, Ahmed, and Dr. Bell, congratulations on your accomplishments and for sharing your words and your work and your journey to inspire us. President Farrar, you've given us a lot to think about. It was a great honor to serve as Chancellor in your presidency. I will remember all the words of wisdom you said over the 5 years of convocations. And graduates, please take all the words and the energy with you as you go. My very best wishes to all of you on your next steps in the journey. Yo yanale. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chancellor Smith. A few final announcements. We invite graduates and guests to visit Wentworth Room C immediately following the convocation ceremony, as there will be a gathering to welcome you as a newly minted McMaster alumni. There will be light refreshments for you and your loved ones. And this event will offer a relaxed atmosphere in which you can mingle, share memories, and bask in the joy of your accomplishments while enjoying some coffee and sweet treats. And family and friends of the graduates, you'll be able to meet your graduate at the alumni welcome event after they have picked up their degree. We ask that only graduates enter the degree distribution area. And following the singing of our national anthem, the academic procession and the graduate procession will exit the hall, accompanied by music performed by local Indigenous artists. I would ask that you please remain standing at your seats until the academic procession and the graduates have left the hall. Please join now in singing our national anthem. After the singing of the anthem, this convocation stands adjourned.